Exactly.
Just in case.
But this is our problem. Black people are so humble.
So forgiving. It's so forgiving.
To accept an apology for what they do to us, and then we quick to act out and be angry at each other over small shit. Over shit that we don't have no control over.
Where does that mind state come from?
It comes from a little bit of everything. We can't sit here, man, at your age, my age, nobody age at this table and say, I'm mad because I was a slave. We weren't slaves. We can make a difference. We can get the fuck up and go to work. We can work at Burger King's if we want to. We can recycle if we want to. We can do everything that everybody else is doing, but we don't do it. We can, my sisters, 4-bedroom house, 5-bedroom house, but won't let nobody live in the motherfucker with them. We rather struggle by our motherfucking self opposed to having somebody in there like the Mexicans do and make that money. That's why they got the trucks. That's why they got the cars. That's why they got what they have, because they with each other.
It's a pot, and they all paying that.
Pride run long though.
But it gotta stop.
Yeah, our pride runs too long in
the
certain
odds are against
situations.
us, period.
I say this is what I say. Since everybody talking about being on code, you know what I mean? We on code about the last situation. Oh, he disrespected the black people. We gotta be on code when black people disrespect black people. Like OGs in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like you said, it need to be a ceasefire. You know what I mean? Period. Like right now. You know what I mean? Get ready for some other shit.
Only because
if you killing each other off, nigga,
right.
what soldiers we gonna have? You know what I mean? What we gonna have when it's time to really go to war? And then I think it should be discipline. You know what I mean? When people do stupid, you know what I mean, murders, unnecessary hitting people like for nothing. You know what I mean?
That's why
period.
we want to go to the hoods.
I think that both hoods should check. It should be disciplined. They discipline, pull the guy out, discipline this dude. You know what I mean? However they discipline them. But I think it need to be a both sides situation. Like, nah, you can't do this, you can't do that. If you do that, you getting disciplined by both sides.
Right.
You know, and then motherfuckers know. But if ain't no rules, man, like all the dudes like you that had the rules in the 70s and the 80s went to jail for like 20 and 30 years. So we was left to grow up by ourselves. And me, I had the game, but these other dudes was left to grow up by themselves. They had rappers, TV, they had Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, Colors, and they, you know what I mean? They didn't have the big homies to give them the game. You know what I mean? So it's a difference, you know what I mean, than, you know, right now, you know what I mean?
Let me ask you this, Yuck. I noticed you have like a really militant stance, man. Does that have a lot to do with you being from the Bay Area? I know that's like big civil rights place, big civil rights.
Well, you know, that's where the Black Panthers, you know, one of the faculties of the Black Panthers started, but my dad was Black Guerrilla family, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's pride. Like Oakland, we ain't never gangbang, no disrespect to the gangbang culture, but we was always on some brotherly, you know what I mean? Like we all together, you know what I mean? Like the Black Panthers, I wouldn't even be, my childhood wouldn't even be cool if it wasn't for the Black Panthers. They had the free lunch program, the free breakfast program, all that shit in the neighborhood, you know what I mean? The recreation centers and taking people to camp, Yosemite and, you know what I mean, Manteca and all that people in the hood could never do. You know what I mean? So they made another way. So yeah, it comes from that, you know what I mean, period. It definitely comes from that.
We need to get it back.
Do you think we miss that type of stuff in the neighborhoods?
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't be alive. They fed me.
Just the sense of like you said, OGs or people who want the neighborhood to be on straight and want it to be to the fact of wanting to see successful brothers in the hood make something of themselves besides the way that we had to follow. You know
Remember our OGs, man, like you'll have the dope ass basketball player in the hood and they have everybody selling dope. You can't do it, get them in the house. You can't be outside with us. The dope ass football player, you go in the house. You can't be with us. They protected that dude, you know what I mean? They put money in him, put money into his motherfucking Pop Warner, man, we gonna make sure he got it. You know what I mean? Put money into their basketball programs. And these dudes that made through college and everything and came back to the hood. You know what I mean? But it used to be that. You know what I mean? Now it ain't that. It's like, nigga, go do this, man. You need to be out here. That's why you got all these motherfucking basketball players, they throwing up B's and C's and shit right now. Because it ain't the motherfucker that was in the hood like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. Stop that. You going to the top.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stay out of that bullshit.
Everybody wasn't meant to be gangbangers. Everybody ain't meant to be gangsters.
Man,
the singers,
the R&B singers with the gangbang throwing me off.
Right.
Yeah, that especially because me being from Oakland, and I've been living in LA since '95, so that's hella years. I still can't claim to be a gangbanger. I always thought you had to be born in this. You had to be born in this. Your uncles, your mom, your dad, your you know what I mean, aunties, cousins, and you born in that neighborhood. It's, you know what I mean, it's passed on. It's lineage, you know what I mean? Same way, I didn't think I could do it. So how the when I start seeing artists, you know what I mean? And, okay, I expect a gangster from the hood, but R&B singers that was hitting flip-flops and on Dance Fever, whatever they was on. And now they gang banging to the death and tattoos on their face. It just befuddles me. It befuddles me.
The next man looking at the next man and say, I want to be like that. Or, you know, woke up, had that dream and say, I want to be like that. Like seeing you on Menace to Society and seeing the gangsters.
Right.
Niggas say, oh, I want to be like that. But as soon as that rapper died, his records, his sales go sky high.
Right.
Why I gotta die to go bam? Because everybody is looking at you like that. Oh, he was a gangster. Oh, he was a gangster. Everybody ain't meant to be gangsters. You got the regular homies in the hood. You got the riders in the hood. You got the homies that sit on the block in the hood. You got different variety of niggas. Just because they come out of the hood, don't make them everybody gangsters.
Right.
You know, some niggas ain't cut for that.
Some niggas wasn't out there.
Exactly.
Some niggas wasn't out there on the block.
It won't be hard for us to put some shit together, but you got to get my daughter died from a drunk driver. You got to get Mothers Against Drunk Driving in the game. Let's march for this little brother that got killed on Crenshaw. Let's march for this little brother that was killed on Imperial. Instead of marching when the police kill us, let's march and go to the hoods and we can stop this shit.
When they kill us too. When the hood kill each other, march on that too. We gotta have the same feelings that we had when the cop kill us. We can't just turn our eye when that's hood business.
That takes the initiative on what people are already speaking about. How it's always Black Lives Matter and shit like that. But then you still got homies go around the corner and pop each other for claiming different sets. So that has to be some kind of structure in between us as the niggas that come from the neighborhoods. It has to be some kind of structure within the hoods that, okay, I know you from a different neighborhood, vice versa, but we got to be able to get along to an extent that we have to show the rest of the motherfuckers that we can, and that's when different shit start happening. Right. But if you can't show a motherfucker in your own neighborhood that you can come together and kind of lost cause for the motherfuckers on the outside looking in.
Yeah, you know what I think it is, man. I don't know if it ever can 100% get to the way, man, where we're not killing each other.
We shouldn't look at it like that. We shouldn't look at we're going to rebuild and it's going to be 100% because it'll never be 100%, but it can be better. And the reason why I said it is because so many cats has lost their lives by this dude and that dude, and we can't forgive. That's our biggest problem. We can't forgive. We can't let go. We don't want to forget that type of shit. But we'll go over here and forgive, let's say the Mexicans. Now we kicking it and we cool, we drinking, and then y'all done killed 3 of my homeboys, but I'm still with y'all. Why we can't do that with ourselves? Every black man needs to step up and take the initiative and say, okay, look at the shit that's going on in the world today. And to see what's happening today, to have a president that can't even denounce white supremacy should tell us something. And at the end of the day, they're going to blame us when they start this shit. And I don't care what nobody say. They can hate me today, hate me tomorrow, but you see it every day on TV. Even white people see this shit. Some of them ain't liking that shit. But these boys sitting up here talking what the they going to do, man, I wish they would. I'm a black motherfucker ready. And I'm not, and I wouldn't hesitate. Period. But the next motherfucker better be ready. You gotta have my back on this one, because this is where they coming. Prison.
Exactly.
Prison, that's where we hold court at, right here. Because these motherfuckers ain't playing with us.
They're not playing at all, they're getting prepared.
I just came from Tulsa, Oklahoma, man, and in Oklahoma City, man, that whole Black Wall Street, that Greenwood situation, the history, they broke it down. I didn't know how powerful they were. Like just being unified, bro. And we get back to that. See, that's what they trying to get us off with the territorial shit, the gang banging in the street. They getting us off of that, man. So you could see prime examples when black people unified and made businesses together and just killed the gang to where motherfuckers came and destroyed it because they wasn't making no money. That's what they want. They want to keep milking us. And like we say, we ain't slaves, but we are. Because we're giving them all the content that they sell. We're giving them the music that they sell. We're giving them the sports and shit that they film. We the talent. They don't know how to play no motherfucking sports. They behind the shit writing checks. We could write our own checks. At a certain amount of time, when you become a 500 millionaire and you got a whole team of 300 motherfuckers that's, you know what I mean, 200, 100 here, 100 there. Like, why? Y'all didn't come together and make another black national basketball league or the black baseball league that was back in the day. Like, we got the money to do it, but everybody afraid to come together and do it. And everybody jealous. Oh, that nigga, I got my own. I got my own. And it's like, man, when they told me the history of Black Wall Street, you know they was the first to have trade from China?
Over there in the city?
No, they was the first with the trade from China.
Wow. That's
in America. Then after Black Wall Street did it, and they bombed them and they took over the trade.
Yeah.
But that was black people was the first doing trade. I didn't know that. That's why they was so powerful, my nigga.
Greenwood.
Yes, Greenwood. They was the first with trade from China, bro. Period. In America.
That's why Gap Band did the song. Dropped the bomb on me.
In America, yeah, man. So I just came from out there. So much history, man, and it just came from them being unified, man. They had hospitals and everything.
Yeah, they murdered
all that shit.
They almost murdered everybody in that whole city.
It was a 10-mile radius.
It was crazy, man.
10-mile radius, man. They still got the big ass matches out there, just balling shit out there. They just start recreational marijuana out there, so it was really booming. But I just went out there on that hype with the, you know what I mean, 5 on it tour or whatever, and it was amazing just to show, just to see people unified and making that much money and that much change in the country, man. Period. That's why they came and bombed. They was too powerful, bro.
Yeah, and they bombed the whole city. Like they actually flew over and
too powerful, bro.
They killed everybody in the city.
Airplane.
You stop and trade in the whole United States, not just in that city. Everybody, because you got the whole trade in China coming. Like you way like, yeah, they were doing some amazing shit.
Just think about how they came through and slaughtered everybody. They flew over Black Wall Street planes, man.
With planes and helicopters, yeah.
Planes, helicopters,
on top of the roofs of the businesses and the houses.
People, man, men, women, and children.
And they was in the streets. They came through the streets and they was shooting and beating people and stuff. So we just got to realize how powerful we are when we together, man. Like it's strength, you know what I mean? Especially when you put your money together and trust each other. You know what I mean? And that's what we got to get to, you know?
That's a major problem right there. We don't trust each other.
We just don't. And it's for some reason, I look at it like it's some reason for us on this side. Because, you know, you can get brothers that work with each other in other places. I've seen it, you know. But for some reason, the reality of on the West Coast is a lot of brothers don't like to with a lot of brothers.
No, it's real territorial. All the gangs, all the different hoods, everybody's territorial.
It's goddamn easy, man. All you need is 2 brothers that got a little something and buy a liquor store right here. You hire black motherfuckers. That's why I love Atlanta. I go to Atlanta everywhere I go. I see black
owned,
working.
Black store, black owned, black bookstore, black everything.
You buy another one.
Right.
You got 2 other brothers over here. You buy one burger stand. Get these other motherfuckers out of here. Not being prejudiced or whatever.
But you can have businesses just like them.
Exactly.
Right. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. But he owned that Fat Burger. That was next to the Marathon. His family owned that Fat Burger.
Wow.
You know, and Nip was trying to teach that. You know what I mean? Nip was trying to teach that, you know, real estate and ownership.
He saw the vision.
He saw the vision, man, and giving back to the neighborhood,
right.
You know.
He saw the vision.
And we got the power to do it, you know what I mean?
I think that's
we got
where
the power
we need to start.
Do it, bro.
A lot of us, we should start with trying to connect, you know, back with the neighborhoods and doing stuff. It's just that you have to connect with the right one,
right.
Like you said, James, because it don't matter. It's just a motherfucker just not gonna like what you're doing.
Exactly.
Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes. If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.